Hi, everybody. Today's question is all about how did we go about finding potential properties? And really, this is a tip-led video to give you some ideas about offline and online property purchasing and which strategies work for us. And obviously, I've got in the title 3 in 1 day, and that actually did happen. And firstly, for all of those of you by Rightmove and Zoopla, they're the most obvious ones, and obviously you can set up alerts and get sort of properties that may take your interest. And I think also when you see something that you like, have a look at the estate agent and take some details of the estate agent and let them know that you're a investor and you're good for your cash. And trust me, they will always ring around if you are in a position to purchase quickly, because at times landlords such as myself, we do dispose of properties and we will give an estate agent a call to say, are there any developers who are looking for purchasing a quick property? If so, can you do a ring around before doing it officially online? So it does work. And conversely, we do get calls from estate agents who are acting on behalf of landlords seeking to dispose of their properties. Some of the other things that we've done, we've obviously gone to auctions, and I would say auctions are not for the light-hearted at all. However, I would really encourage you to go to an auction, get the feel of a auction room and how it operates, what you have to do, and really do your research before you go. Instruct the help of a solicitor and make sure you do look at the buyer's pack when they are uploaded. And be mindful, you might see a property and think, oh, that's fantastic, I'm going to bid on that, but the buyer's pack hasn't been uploaded. Don't get swayed by and fixated by that one property. Reading the buyer's pack is really crucial, and the reason why they go to auction, there's always a reason for them going to auction. So those are sort of tips for you to be mindful of. And really, once you're at your auction, have your catalogue, which should ideally be pre-populated with sort of several properties that you're interested in, and keep an eye on those as they're going through the auction, making a note of what they go for. So rather than sort of going into an auction just with one property in mind, have several in mind and say, right, if I don't get this one, I'm going to get that one, or if that one doesn't come through, I'll go for that one. Another really useful tip from us is keep an eye on properties that don't sell. And we had one of our greatest commercial purchases from a property that didn't sell. So we were quite interested in these commercial units in Birmingham. They didn't reach the reserve price. We tried to negotiate, get some sort of dialogue with the auctioneer and the estate agent afterwards. Sadly, no joy, so we assumed that the buyer was absolutely quite adamant. However, me being me, I was determined to sort of really close that loop, and I identified the owner of the property through the land registry, and I dropped around a handwritten note, and lo and behold, several days later, the owner emailed, and we set up a meeting, and we eventually ended up acquiring the property below the reserve price. So it just goes to show that it's worth doing that little bit extra homework if you are really determined to get a property. Agents, one of the things that doesn't really work for us is do-it-yourself sellers. When people are using their own estate agents like Purple Bricks or something, they're sort of not really sellers who are hardened to receiving ridiculous offers from cheeky investors like ourselves. So I think you've got to sort of just take that with a bit of pinch of salt, and if you get turned down, just keep it on the back burner, and if it doesn't sell, you could potentially go back to it. And a story I can tell you about 2 properties that we identified as part of our search some years ago. Two properties, one in Birmingham, one in Leicester, very similar to the sort of model that we look for. We put offers in for both of them, slightly ridiculous offers, some may say. However, both offers, as you can imagine, were rejected. So we carried on with our search, And as an investor, you've really got to keep looking and putting offers in. It's a numbers game. The more you look at properties, the more offers you put in, something's bound to happen. So in terms of our these two properties, 6 to 8 months later, would you believe it or not, both estate agents, totally separate, came back to us and said both properties had fallen through. Were we interested? And I said, absolutely. I'm only interested in the offers that I put in originally, and we acquired both properties. So it just goes to show that it is a numbers game, and the more you look, the more offers you put in, the likelihood is that you're likely to get something. So anyway, please could you subscribe and like the video, and sending questions if possible on the comments, or happy to receive them by text directly. So the next video is going to be auctions. I'll see you soon. Bye.